Warning: using live trout for bait is illegal in many states. Check your state's fishing regulations before duplicating the techniques used in this video.
What is up, MFers? Freaking Jack for today's video. If you guys remember last year, I did a little bit of an experiment. Used some live trout for bait. I put some on the bottom of the lake with a weight. I put some on a float with a bobber with porn stash, and had some actual freaking giant bites. Well, guess what? It's November. It's late in the year. It's that time of year again when our lakes here in Nebraska get cold enough that the Game and Park stocks trout in our lake. So naturally, of course, I'm gonna go try to do it again. If you guys watch my channel, you know I like to throw big nasty swim baits, trout looking baits that look like these guys right here. We got an 8-inch Huddleston, 10.5-inch 250 slide swimmer, and I love to use big old nasty rods. We got my Milliken fishing rod packed up, my swim bait rod, the 7.9 extra heavy, which handles a 5 to 7 ounce bait plenty good. But these stalker trout are like 10 to 13 inches. So we're gonna need a little bit extra beef. Packing the big stick today. We got the Big Tranks 300 on there, 30-pound fluorocarbon line. I'm freaking excited to see what the hell we can catch today. We're going to the lake actually that has giant bass, big catfish, and a very surprised species. I'll tell you when we get to the lake. First step though, we gotta go to the store, get some minnows because we have to catch trout, to use trout for live bait. I'm also gonna get some catfishing floats. I need some big old nasty bobber situations because I wanna dangle them. Step one, we gotta go to the store, get the minnows, the giant catfishing, bass fishing, bobber situations, and then I got a couple other things I'm very excited to tell you guys about in this video, including why it is actually legal to use live trout for bait. Open. Shit, we're not gonna be the first ones there.
Shields, you need to get some earlier hours. It's 9:30. I should have been fishing 2 hours ago.
Ew. Construction in here, huh? Hope they got better bobbers than this. We're gonna have to go to the catfish section. That looks good. Jeez. Not today. Come on, big bobber. Jesus. What is this? Well, that's disappointing. It looks like this is the bobber section. Nothing's big enough.
Well, yes, I guess we're just getting some minnows here. Might be going to Walmart though. I want some giant freaking bobbers.
I know have you gone around town at all? They've stocked the crap out of the ones in town. Yeah, Standing Bear supposedly has a bunch.
How the hell do you have all this hard baits, soft baits, ice fishing stuff, hunting stuff, live bait, and you don't even have any big bobbers?
See if this shithole has what I need. Come on, giant bobbers. Oh, yes. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted right here. One of these big dildo looking son bitches. 10 inches. Whew. A couple of these guys. We get a little 2-for-1 action, but I'm trying to figure out why is the 10-inch one $1.88 and the 8-inch one is $2.38. Is there something I'm missing here? Maybe I should get an 8. I like the 10. Let's do the 10.
Oh shit, you guys know about this lake.
Finally made it to the lake. 2 stops to finally get our stuff. We got our long dong bobbers, we got our little minnows, and it's time to go get set up and let's go try to catch a trout real quick because we need some damn bait. All right, well, decided to post up on the old dock because, well, I caught a 50-inch muskie here. Why wouldn't I start here? Got my simple little hook, slip bobber, one little split shot weight that you guys cannot see. We'll add ourselves a little minnow guy and get the day started. Hopefully we can catch a trout.
So this little dickhead minnow to Narnia. Hopefully we'll have one pretty quick. I'm actually super relieved because I thought the lake might be iced over. All the lakes on the way here were super iced over, potentially even like an inch of ice to stand on. There's a little bit of ice around the edge of this lake, but it's about 20 degrees right now and we already got a freaking trout on. Look at that. Boom. Perfect. Oh no, not so perfect. We lost him. I pulled on him a little too hard. That's a good sign though. We got one right away. There we go. And didn't even get him. My minnow was freaking out. I knew it was coming. Come on, eat it. Ah, what is this? Freaking trout are playing just the tip today. Just gonna grab the tip of the minnow just for a minute, just to see how it feels. Oh, there we go. No. Apparently it's a loose trout day. Okay, there we go. You got it? He's going with it. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. There we go. This little stalker guy. Finally, 72 hours later, we got some damn bait. He's gonna be perfect. Perfect size. All right, let's throw him in the bucket. And we're gonna get a pole rigged up for using this guy. Actually, we're gonna do 2 steps. Throw him in the bucket, and we're gonna get another minnow out because we got, like I said, 2 big swim bait rods. We wanna have as many opportunities as possible. So we're hopefully at some point gonna have 2 Trouts out there.
Look at that long donk, so bitch. We're not messing around today.
Okay. We were trying to rig and we got another one. Typical trout fashion. Everything happens super fast. Hopefully he didn't swallow it, but he might have swallowed it because he had it forever, and of course he got off. Shitting me?
All right, so while I'm rigging this guy up, let's talk about the laws, the rules and regulations of using live trout for bait. Now, as you guys saw at the start of this video, in many states, it is illegal to use live trout for bait. And when I made the video last year, people lost their damn minds. They had a conniption because, one, they were positive, 100% positive I was breaking the law. I was just some dickhead YouTuber out there pillaging the local lakes, killing all these beautiful, wonderful game fish. While I might be a dickhead, that is actually false. It is 100% legal in Nebraska, where we are right now, where I live, to use live trout for bait. Before I went on that trip, I checked the regulations, and then I've been over the regulations several times with people since, and I spoke with someone very high up at the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission who is very familiar with the rules and regulations. The way it works in Nebraska is you can use these live trout for bait as long as you use them in the lake of which you caught them the same day that you caught them, and you don't keep too many. Our possession limit's 5 per day here in Nebraska, so if I had 5 in my bucket and then I used a 6th one for bait, that would be illegal. We have 1 in our bucket right now because we're not very good at setting the hook on trout, so we're totally legal. The second reason people lost their mind is because they said it wasn't very sporting to use a game fish like a trout for bait. Now, I totally agree with that. Don't get me wrong, I've been doing a bunch of ice fishing for some giant, beautiful trout. I've probably caught more trout on my channel this year than any other time by a long shot in my entire life. We basically have 0 natural habitat that trout can really thrive and reproduce in. So what the Game and Parks does, they stock these little tiny ponds. They stock them in the fall and early in the spring when the water is really cold. And then one of 2 things happens. One, anglers go out and catch them, which is awesome. You can get kids involved in stuff. Now, they're not the best eating because they're stocker trout. They've been eating pellets their whole life by the millions in little tiny ponds with thousands and thousands of other trout. And option number 2 is when the water gets warmer, I think somewhere in the 70 to 80 degree range, water gets into the 90s here in these lakes like this, they die off. So basically they're stocking meat, further for you to catch and take home and eat, or so they can die in the summer. So that makes me feel much less terrible about keeping 1 or 2 of these trout that everyone's out here trying to catch today and using them as bait, especially because there's giant fish in here, big bass, big muskie, and even big catfish. So hopefully, I got my eye on my bobber over there. We need to catch a 2nd one so we can get this rigging system put out there as soon as possible with 2 live trout. That's why it's legal to do in Nebraska. Check the regulations at your state. I'm gonna try to get this rigged up. It's taking me 2 hours, and let's go catch a donk. So here's the rig I finagled. We got our giant rope bobber stop, a couple beads so the bobber stop doesn't go into Mr. Long Dong Bobber. Got this weight right here. It's probably ounce and a half. I don't even know. Big ass swivel, 2 feet of line. Look at that some bitch circle hook. I don't even know how big that is. 12-aught maybe? Perfect. Now we just need a treat. We're gonna take this guy right here. We're gonna go through the lips because I don't know if they're gonna get hooked any other way. I probably should put like a stinger treble on this or something. That's our dude right there. Let's get him heaved out.
All right, mister. I think we're going right. We're heaving them all the way to right here. I just hope the bobber doesn't sink when that weight goes down. Oh no, that's money. Look at that. Since we know Mr. 50-inch muskie was living right there, I think we're gonna keep one guy pretty close to the dock here. I like that little rig system. I think we're slowing, we might have to put a bigger weight on there, but I think we're slowing him down just enough, even though we want to go into the damn dock here, little dickhead. We'll put him out there and see if he swims straight to the dock again.
All right, while we wait for old Mr. Donkey sort of bite, I got something else to show you I'm freaking jacked about. Now, a lot of you guys know 6th Sense, you know, this 6th Sense and this 6th Sense right here. They make amazing hard baits, soft baits, hooks, rod sleeves, apparel, hats, a little bit of freaking everything. We even got more stuff coming on the way. A lot of you don't know that they actually have a subscription box as well. And in my opinion, this thing is like the most badass subscription box I'd ever seen. So I finally got a chance to check out what's in this Super 6 bag. That's what they call the subscription program with 6 cents. And I'm freaking blown away by the value. A lot of the other companies in the industry, I'm sure you guys are familiar with the subscription box companies. It's a great way to stock your arsenal, try some new baits and stuff like that. But over time, you kind of start getting a bunch of bullshit. And you get 1 or 2 baits you're excited about that you'd use. You get a couple more that you're like, I don't know about that color. And then you get a couple in the box that you're usually like, what the f? Why would you put that in there? Let me show you what's in this one right here, and I think you guys are gonna want to pick this up for the holiday season. All right, here's the Super 6 bag. First off, thing I love, it comes in a bag, so it's not in a box. You get a drawstring bag. I put like terminal tackle, rod sleeves, whatever. You don't even gotta use it for fishing stuff. Everything I own is fishing stuff. Let's take a look at this, and I cannot seriously believe the quality of baits in this bag right here. Let me get them laid out for you. You know, the thing that sucks about a lot of subscription companies is you get all these colors that suck. You're like, oh, well, it makes sense the company sent that subscription box company that bait. They couldn't sell one ever, but not with this one. Look, check out how good these freaking colors are. So in this month's bag, we get a mini 25X. So, I mean, that's like one of my favorite bluegill colors, amazing bluegill color. A mini mag crankbait and the lavender shad, which is another amazing color. It's winter, so of course a quake in an orange or red. That's a freaking staple across the country. That's the Jungle Rose in the Thud 70. You guys have seen me throw this about 1,000,000 times. The old underspin, we can throw that at spillways, on the boat, on the bank. We can fish it freaking shallow all the way out deep. Swim jigs, you guys know how I feel about the old 6-cent swim jig in I mean, it's like basically a sexy shad color swim jig, 1/4 ounce, super high quality. And then look at this, we even got a jig color that I personally designed. This is called the Jungle Craw in the inbred jig. Yeah, that thing is gonna get chewed. And one more thing, they even threw in a neoprene rod sleeve, so no more hooks. You get a badass rod sleeve. That is like $50 worth of tackle. That subscription, if you get the annual subscription, is like 30 bucks a month. So you're already saving freaking $20 a month on amazing tackle. But because 6 cents loves the MFR Nation, they're actually gonna take it a step further. I got my own promo code with the 6 cent Super 6 box. MF Super 6 will save you $10 more if you go pick up a subscription. I'm gonna be getting this every single month, and I cannot wait to show you guys every single month the great products. And of course, my favorite part, go catch some slaunches on it. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I need to go tend to my rod over there. I got them over on the bank. So far, no bites, but we need to catch another trout, so we get 2 trout going, and then I'll feel a lot better about life. I might put the second one on the bottom. I think putting one on the bottom might be a good idea, because we have the one kind of bobbing out about 4 to 5 feet below the surface, but a lot of these bass and potentially the muskie, I caught the muskie right there, and he was on the bottom. And of course, the big catfish and stuff probably spend a whole lot of time on the bottom as well. So we need to catch another trout, and hopefully we can double our chances, of course. I'm kind of just moving a little dickhead trout around different places here, and I really like this rig actually, because he's alive and he's just kind of wallowing back and forth. I might put a little bit more weight on him, but I know there's a brush pile right out here too, so I think I'm gonna try to get this guy's ass out here in this brush pile. Yeah, it's about right there. So we're gonna let him kind of wallow back and forth over the top of that brush pile, struggle, basically look delicious. See if we can get old Big to come up out of there. Oh, I can't wait to see what eats this thing. Alright, just switched spots of the lake. If you guys watched a video a couple weeks ago, I actually filmed a trout catching video in this spot right here. And the trout were loaded on this flat, just a little pocket right here. I really like that the wind has picked up a decent amount, so I'm hoping, you know, bunch of trout, bunch of bait blown up in this area. Hopefully big old giant musky bass, whatever, is gonna be following those guys in here. But only got about an hour and a half left. No dice so far. Hoping the new spot pays off. All right, while we wait for that dickhead to get bit, let's get another minnow out. I just switched up to a different hook. Sorry about the audio, we got train guy coming by. Like I said, I smashed the trout in this spot last time. Let me show you how easy it is to catch trout. Hopefully they're as loaded as they were last time I was here. Fire the old minnow out there. Don't make me look stupid. And trout. Just kidding, we lost him. And that didn't take like 2 seconds like it probably did in the video. It took about, I don't know, 2 minutes. But hey, there's a lot of trout down here. That's what we want. We want the trouts to be stacked. I got a bunch of these minnows from the store, the shields. I don't know what the hell those are.
I've never seen them like that. They almost look like baby walleye or something, but this top fin here is like spiky. The dorsal is. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna drop them in the sand so you guys can't see them. Someone comment down below though, tell me what the hell kind of minnow this is. I mean, the trout don't seem to mind, but there's a bunch of those mixed in with my regular little creek chub looking guys. I don't know what the hell it is. Man, what a shitter of a day this has turned into. I went from freaking wanting to catch a giant bass or giant muskie on a freaking trout to I can't even catch damn bait now on minnows. I shouldn't have lost the last one right here in front of us apparently. Went from last video where we went out and we caught giant fish, giant catfish on blade baits when we weren't really expecting it. And now we're out here using baits what they should be eating. Big old juicy protein packed slimy little bastard trout, and they won't even eat it. That's about how much sense fishing makes half the time. Honestly starting to just get a little frustrated here, and what do you freaking do? I mean, we got trains going by shaking the earth. I think that's probably doesn't help things. Hunt horns, they'll spook the fish. Those fish aren't used to that. It's not like one goes by for 15 minutes. Did you guys like the blade bait catfish the other day? Because we actually have another leg. The one flathead I caught I think was close to 20 pounds at that lake, and then I caught that channel that was probably close to 15. But we got another leg that we think we can go repeat that process, go out and scan out deeper. It's a bigger lake, and there's a lot of 40 to 65 or 70 pound flatheads caught there. I think we're gonna go try that. You guys let me know if you want to see that kind of content. Of course, the pond fishing, bank fishing failures. I told you guys from the start, I'm always going to include the failures on my channel too, because I think that's a lot more real than you guys realize. You watch all these bass fishing videos I put out, and it seems like I catch one every cast. You don't really see the struggle bus so much, or the 7 hours and flat tires and shitty weather conditions. It's supposed to snow like 8 inches the next week. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do then, because we don't got ice. And clearly the fish don't want to bite in this open water. I don't want to travel 10 hours away, but shit, I'll travel 10 hours away if I got to. You know what? If we don't catch or get a bite at least, I think I had a bite over on the dock earlier, but if we don't catch a big old cilantro on the bobber, on the trout in the next half hour before we go here, let's give away one of those new subscription bags, the Super 6 bag. I think the MF Nation has like doubled the Six Senses business because you guys freaking love that stuff, eat it up. Might as well get back to you guys and get you some free baits. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. Well, shit, balls, tits, nuts. Can't even catch a freaking trout. What a fucking debacle. I hate you, minnow. I hate you.
Well, that was not a very successful outing. Doing a little bit of live bait fishing. Like I tell you guys all the time, I'm going to include the failures in these pursuits, and I'm definitely going to be doing some experiments in my pursuits of catching giant fish all the time, because using giant live bait generally is what you got to do to catch some of the smartest fish in the lake. Please comment down below if you want to see me do more videos. I'm already itching and have some ideas for a live trout bait for this season part 2. So that's going in my head, or I'm crazy, one of the two, I'm not really sure. Now, like I said a little bit ago, I'm actually going to give away one of these Super 6 bags, the amazing new 6 Sense subscription bag 20, you lucky MFers. 3 very simple steps. Go hit the thumbs up button on this video, go comment down below, and then go subscribe to Milliken Fishing. Please comment what you would like to see moving forward with any type of live bait fishing experiments. I need the ideas from you guys, and then 1 week from today with a live comment generator, I'm going to pick one of the comments below. Put your name in the description of this video right down below. First, I'm going to make sure you're subscribed to Milliken Fishing, so you do have to be subscribed. Don't forget, go use promo code MFSuper6 and get the best new subscription box that's possible to get. This thing is freaking awesome. Look at the quality of baits in this thing, and you'll be very happy. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this one, MFers. I'm out of here.